Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. This is Learning Ramen, and today we're going to learn another topic about mean absolute deviation. And our real life scenario today is about investment. So for our starter, we have our two company, Ramen A and Ramen B company. And the question goes, would you rather grow your money in Ramen A or Ramen B, and why? So you can use the two graphs presented here to give your answer and why did you choose that specific company. Okay, so you can share your answer and share it with your class, or you can comment down below. And for the next slide, we have welcome, Mr. Investor. So here you are going to act out how to analyze or act out as a data analyst so that we can check the sales and the data of each company to clearly understand their performance. Okay, so first we have the sales report over a 5-day period. So we need to calculate the mean. So based on our previous lesson, we already know how to calculate mean, median, and mode. So this will be easy for us. So let's click Ramen A. So we have the different numbers, 1,800, 1,200, 900, and 1,100. So based on this data, we can use our calculator and solve for the mean. So first, we need to add all the numbers. Then we divide it to the total number of data that we have. So 5,000 divided by 5 is equals to 1,000. Therefore, the mean of Ramen A is 1,000. Then for the Ramen B, you can pause this video and try to calculate it on your own. Okay, so if we're going to check, we have 1,000 plus 0 plus 1,500 plus 500 plus 2,000. And we still have 5,000. So 5,000 divided by 5, since we have 5 data here, and they have the same mean or average. So is this enough for us to conclude that they have the same performance? Not yet. So we will going to have another step on how to analyze the consistency of their sales based from the mean. So we know that our mean is 1,000, and we need to calculate the difference of each sales that we have away from the mean. So we notice that 1,000 and 1,000 have a 0 difference, so that is exact. But 800 and 1,200 is 200 away from our mean, which is the black line here. So therefore, we know that the 800 and 1,200 is 200 away from our mean. Then also the 900 and 1,100 is 100 away from our mean. So we have 100 for both 900 and 1,100. And the total difference that we have is 200 plus 200 plus 100 plus 100 is 600. So we know that the total or the distance and the difference of different data points that we have is not consistent. We have 200, we have 100, so we need to even that out. So how can we even it out? We need to divide the total differences to the total number of data that we have, which is 120. Now, what do we mean by this 120? The 120 is our mean absolute deviation for Ramen A company, or the MAD. Okay, but how about for the Ramen B? What do you think will be the MAD, or the mean absolute deviation of Ramen B? So let's try to check. And we can see here that 1,000 doesn't have any difference to the mean, which is 1,000, so that is still 0. And for the 1,000 it's 0, there's a difference of 1,000. For the 1,000 and 1,500, there's a difference of 500. And also for the 1,000 and 500, so we can see that there is a difference of 500 as well. And for the 1,000 and 2,000, the difference is 1,000. So the same thing that we did on Ramen A, we just add up all the difference that we have. That is 1,000 plus 500 plus another 500 plus 1,000. That is a total of 3,000. Now, what will we do with that 3,000? Since 3,000 is the total distance or the total difference that we have, but we need to even it out first. Okay, so 3,000 divided by 5, since we have 5 data points, is equal to 600. So therefore, the 600 is the MAD for the Ramen B. But what does it tell us? How are we going to use the 120 MAD and the 600 MAD of different companies that we have? Let's look at on the next slide. And here we can see that in Ramen A, we have a range of deviation from 880 to 1,120, applying the MAD of 120 for Ramen A and 600 deviation or range of deviation for Ramen B. So for Ramen B, we have 400 to 1,600. So how did we apply the 120 to 600? We just add and subtract the deviation or the MAD to the mean. So we have mean minus and plus the MAD for us to get that range of deviation. So we have 1000 minus 120, which is equal to 880. And 1000 plus 120 is equal to 1120. Same goes with the Ramen B or mean minus plus the MAD equals 1000 minus 600 is equals to 400. And 1000 plus 600 is equals to 1600. So there you have it. We have now the range of deviation. And so basically, the mean absolute deviation tells us the range of risk that we can have for each company. So here, you have 880 to 1120. So your money will have a steady growth. Meanwhile, for the Ramen B, you can see that the range is 400 to 1600. So this is a high risk, high return kind of investment. Okay, so for the next slide, based from the mean absolute deviation now that you have realized the different numbers that we have, you will be given another chance to choose. Would you rather grow your money in Ramen A or Ramen B? And for the checkpoint number 2, we need to arrange the following steps below on how to calculate the mean absolute deviation so that we can remember it whenever we apply it on a different kind of scenario aside from investment. So what did we do first? So we get the sales and calculate the mean. So we're going to put it first. Then what do you think will be the second, third, fourth, and fifth step? I'm going to leave that up to you guys. Then we have the revisiting of learning objectives. Kindly check all that apply if you are able to reach until the create part. Okay, so it's time to own your learning. So here you're going to see a different application of our mean absolute deviation. Aside from investment, we can use it in choosing the best player for our tournament games. So here you are scouting a new player, Viper. Here are their scores from last 5 matches. So your task is to calculate the mean and the mean absolute deviation. Kindly show your solution here on the sketchpad and write your final answer in the table. Also, we have the Shine. Tier 2, you have 2 players, Jet and Reina. Your task is to determine the score range for each player and write your conclusion below which player are likely to be picked for tournament match. Also, we have the Glow. So here you're going to be a scout where your team needs a clutch player who is guaranteed to perform at a high level without failing. So choose the best answer and you need to explain or justify why the other 3 are risky. And for the radiate, you have a very challenging task here. You need to create your own data set that has a mean within the range of 220 to 250. Okay, and also you need to ensure that the mean deviation is 8 or less. Okay, and don't forget to evaluate your learning. How well do you understand the mean deviation lesson? And if you still need more help, kindly specify here and we will be willing to help you. Thank you, everyone. See you.